Very exciting to be here. This has been an exciting time for me. A lot of, several conversations with teams, several good conversations, but with a lot of prayer and conversations with my family and my agents and even some friends, came to the conclusion that it was very obvious that I wanted to be a Met. Mr. Cohen and David have put together an organization that is looking to win every single year, has an opportunity to win a World Series every single year, and a roster that backs that up. And it's very exciting to be a part of the city, one of the best cities in the world, maybe the best city in the world. Fans, some of the best fans in the world, and all of that is something I've always wanted to be a part of. So excited to be here and excited to be a Met.
Great. We have 2 microphones, one on each side of the room. Please raise your hand and identify your media outlet and your name. I'd like to start with Steve in the back.
Hey, both. Steve Jelps, SNY. Congratulations. Welcome to New York. You just mentioned that you had conversations with plenty of teams. And after a bunch of conversations with your family and representatives, this became the clear option. What was it, Vitaly, about this organization and the conversations you had that made you know this is where you wanted to be?
Yeah, my first priority is winning. And obviously this organization is doing everything they can to do that. The roster is great, like I said. And then on top of that, just, playing in front of fans like this is a pretty cool opportunity. And, I'm excited to get out there.
Anthony Tacoma on MLB.com. Bo, obviously you haven't played over here. Obviously you haven't played third base as a professional. Just what was that conversation like when it was broached to you? Is that something? How open were you during the free agent process in general, and how do you expect that transition to go?
I was open to doing anything if it felt like the place I needed to be. And like I said, it became very clear that I wanted to be a Met.
Welcome, congratulations. I know you had a very good relationship with Marcus Semien. How much did that also play into you wanting to play with him again?
Yeah, I don't think my decision was based on Marcus, but it definitely didn't hurt. That was someone who taught me the ropes, showed me how to be professional, showed me how to go about the game, and someone I respect a ton, and definitely adds to the excitement to be able to play with him again.
Well, Bruce Beck from NBC4 New York, your ability to come through with runners in scoring position, is there something that happens to you? Do your eyes light up? Why do you thrive in those situations? And do you hope to show the fans of New York the same thing?
Of course I do. To win ball games, you got to score runs, and that should really be the only goal of an offense, is get runs across the board. So I don't know if my eyes light up or anything like that, but definitely probably get a little bit more focus. And my dad taught me a lot about it. That's all I heard about growing up was driving and runs. So I've put a lot of work into it.
John in the back.
John Heyman for Bo, and anyone else who wants to answer. You have a very favorable opt-out option in there, and you're obviously got youth on your side. I guess you're almost 28, going to be 28. Should anybody look at this as potential one-year deal? How are you looking at this?
John, thanks for your question. Good afternoon, everybody. We had a lot of conversations about the different structure of the deal, and Bo had his choice of long-term deals, shorter-term deals, opt-outs. I think the important thing to know here is he's coming here because he's committed to this team. His priority was finding a place where he felt like he could get better as a player and have a chance to compete for championships. And he's making this commitment to come here and hopefully for a long time. Certainly it was important, given his age, as you mentioned, John, that we preserve optionality. But his commitment is to the Mets. His desire is to be here. His desire is to compete for championships here.
Keith.
Hey, Bo. Keith Rad, Mets Radio. I think after the World Series, everybody was so excited watching Toronto put the ball in play, and that's kind of been your career. What do you hope that you can bring to this lineup, the rest of the lineup, as you have that same philosophy?
Yeah, I think my goal as a player, especially as I've gotten older, is just understanding who I am as a player, understanding who I am as a hitter, and then going out there and just being the best that I can be at that. And I think that just comes from, having my goal as being the absolute toughest out I can possibly be every single time I go up to the bat. And a lot of times, if you have that mindset, it becomes a little bit tougher to strike out. But, I'm not, striking out or not striking out is not my goal. My goal is to go up there and just be a competitive at bat every single time.